It's time now for a look at the latest in local news. In the news, the Wayne County Sheriff's Department investigating a murder which occurred in Wayne County on September the 10th. The victim is 60-year-old James Darcy. 40-year-old David Lockamy is currently being held in the Wayne County Jail, charged with murder, felony murder, aggravated assault, and possession of a knife during the commission of a crime. Deputies responded to an address on Spruce Trail in reference to a death. Mr. Darcy was found deceased in his home. The Wayne County Criminal Investigation Division was called to the scene and warned David Lockamy has been identified as the suspect, has been arrested and charged with murder in the case. Reports are that the two men are neighbors, both live on the Spruce Trail, became involved in an argument which led to the stabbing death of Mr. James Darcy. The case is still under investigation. Sheriff Mosley requested if anyone has information pertaining to the case to contact the Wayne County Sheriff's Department at 912-427-5970 or to make an anonymous tip at 912-427-5992. Again, the victim is 60-year-old James Darcy. 40-year-old David Lockamy is currently being held in Wayne County Jail, charged with murder and felony murder. Wayne County Board of Education set to meet this afternoon at 6 p.m. for a work session at the Tech Center. On the agenda under items of business, strategic planning, progress monitoring, capital outlay project update. They will set the 2024 Board of Education meeting dates, high school culinary lab bid recommendation on the agenda. Also on the agenda, a financial report and an executive session to discuss personnel. All that taking place today at 6 p.m. at the Tech Center. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. This past Thursday, RIAM of Jesup invited community members to the mill for a tour and to introduce their new CEO, Delisle Bloomquist, to the community. Mr. Bloomquist spoke at the event and had these comments about RIAM of Jesup.
If you look at RIAM generally, we are about a $1.5 billion per year revenue company, so not real big. We have 2,500 employees, of which 800 of them are here. Right? So Jesup, this is our facility here, is by far and away our largest facility. We consider it to be our flagship operation. It's our most profitable operation as well. And it's our only craft mill. There's two technologies we employ. We use the sulfite mill. Those are at our other three locations in Canada, in Florida, and in France. This is our only craft mill that we have. And as a result, it is our most flexible operation. We can use hardwood as well as softwood here. And because of all the process technologies we have out there, we make a myriad of different products that are customized to very exacting specifications for our customers. As a result of that, we consider this business in large part a specialty business because we're specializing the products that we make to the actual specifications our customers are asking for. And it gives us really strong staying power with our customers. One of the things we're trying to do is push to get the real value for those products that we do provide to our customers. Get away from the idea that we're a commodity business, because we don't believe we are. So we've been in this business here at Jesup since the 1950s. So a long time, 70 years. You think about that? 70 years or thereabouts. Believe it or not, it's not our oldest facility. I think Fernandina was the 1930s, 39. Much smaller facility, but it's been around since 39. Our Temiskaming facility in Canada, I think there's parts over there that go back to 1911. And why these plants stay around as long as they do is because at the end of the day, the products we produce require the species of trees that we are processing. You know, not a pine tree is not a pine tree is not a pine tree. Each of the pine trees that we consume, each of them have different characteristics that go into products that our customers absolutely would require. Another customer may need a different species of tree to make their products. And so the plant here in Jesup is successful because it's in kind of the pine capital of the world. I was mentioning at my table, there's actually a couple of species of trees here that are of super high demand and have a priority and value that you don't find many other places in the world. In fact, I don't think you find the slash pine anywhere else other than in this part of the world. And that's got a high value and we believe a significant growth trends going forward.
And once again, those are the comments of RIAM's new CEO, Delisle Bloomquist. City of Jesup has several contested races for council seats and a contested mayor's race. All these races to be decided this November by the registered voters of the City of Jesup. The mayor's race is a repeat of the last mayor's race with the incumbent Ralph Hickox and Tyrone Johnson seeking the mayor's office. Tyrone Johnson joins us this morning on the Butch and Bob Show. This is round two between the two candidates. Once again, Tyrone Johnson in studio today on the world-famous Butch and Bob Show. 3 council seats up for election in Districts 1, 4, and 5. None of the incumbents qualified to run, so the City of Jesup will see 3 new council members come January of 2024. District 1, the candidates are former Jesup Police Chief Perry Morgan and former City Council member Ricky Reddish. 2 candidates in the race. Ricky Reddish is set to join us on Thursday's Butch and Bob Show. District 4, the 2 candidates Jonathan McCullough and Margaret Rawls. Margaret Rawls set to join us Monday. In District 5, the 2 candidates former City Jesup candidate Mike Deal, City Manager, and Katrina Dumas. In the process of setting up a time for Katrina Dumas to join us on the show. Once again, the election set for November, the election day Tuesday, November 7th, 3 weeks of early voting before that. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes in the news, Wayne County Historical Society is set to meet this Thursday, September 14th at Captain Joe's Seafood Restaurant at 7 p.m. Dutch Street meal takes place at 6 p.m. Guest speaker will be Derby Waters, who will present his new book entitled Broadhurst, The Witch in the Garden of Bones. Novels based on actual Wayne County history. Copies of the book will be on sale that evening. Memberships encouraged. Guests are welcome. That's this Thursday at Captain Joe's Seafood Restaurant. Again, the Wayne County Historical Society meeting. Homecoming night for Wayne County is set for Friday, September 22nd, when the Jackets host Jenkins High School. Homecoming festivities will take place all that week, but the homecoming queen and her court will be crying during halftime of the football game. Homecoming contestants are in alphabetical order. Maddie Jo Blizzard, Veda Bowen, Macy Carey, Ansley Davis, Tori Davis, Reese Dean, Ava Edenfield, Natalie Hendricks, Morgan Humphrey, Carly May, Ayla Robertson, Riley Rush, Gracie Townsend, P.D. Chire, Jocelyn Westbury, and Zariah Wingard. Once again, homecoming festivities set for Friday, September 22nd at JC Stadium. That's going to do it for the latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan, have a great day.